this point, I've been playing footbag for over 27 years, but when I turned 40 in 2006, which at this point is 1,500 days ago, I decided to start playing every day. This short film is really just a compilation of clips from practice sessions that we call shreds, with voiceovers that reflect my thoughts. I hope you have as much fun viewing it as I had making it. I'd like to thank the Mad Greek, Theo Damaris, for providing the background music. During this time, we've been on shows such as America's Got Talent and local news like WGN TV in Chicago. This is my son Alex at a consecutives contest at the New Year's Jam at Holiday Sports Festival, an annual event that we host. This is just days after my 40th birthday when I started playing every day. My sessions last typically up to about an hour. Sometimes I do 2 sessions in a day, but not more than twice a week. But at 1,000 kicks per session comes to about 1.5 million tricks over the past 4 years or so. When I turned 40 back in 2006, I became obsessed with the concept of use it or lose it, and looked at my erratic shred session schedule and decided to put my obsession where my mouth is and play every day. So while I had been practicing the craft consistently over the past 23 years, I had undertaken a commitment that would be a great personal challenge and would lead to introspection and some basic truths. I've come to some conclusions. Things like those little pains that seem to never go away. You gotta play through them. They're just a trick that the body plays on the mind as it tries to get out of work. Little pains go away soon after starting. Injuries are different, but I'm fortunate not to suffer from any serious ones. Sometimes just getting started was the hardest part. The mental game is strong here. I found that after I made it through my warm-ups that I no longer wanted to blow off my session. What I gained from this is an ability to recognize and overcome the mental chatter that might otherwise supply me with excuses to skip my session. I also couldn't let the lack of a location become an excuse. I boldly walk into hotels and find a spot to play at, sometimes in a forgotten stairwell. Mainly I play at Mammoth Springs, with seclusion and wind protection, in the service entrance at my workplace, or in my living room. Whenever possible, I play at festivals and concerts and promote the sport. When I worked downtown, I'd go out in front of my store in full-body running thermals, put chemical hand warmers under my toes just to stay warm, and when I'd end, I'd literally have steam coming off of me. Whenever possible, have music to kick to. It really makes it better when you're kicking to music. I pretty much always warm up with the same tricks every day. I call them warm-up strings: 10 in a row, infinitiosis, rip walk, paradox whirl, and spinning butterflies, and blurs and blizzards. I always end with a worthy out string. That's a string at the end of my workout that utilizes the things that I've been working on that day, along with my other tricks, in a really long string that would be worthwhile to publish for, say, on the internet. Speaking to the mental part of the game, I try to think of it as playtime or recess, not really a workout. Work sounds hard. It's not work, it's fun, it's play. I have a great time doing it. Early on, back in 2007, my hips started to hurt, but it was a blessing in disguise as it changed my focus in a new direction. I started working on my flip side, which improved my game and gave my right hip the time it needed to heal. I also find that when I have a goal, something to focus on, when I get into my workout, I get warm faster, and it's a strong motivator for me. And then when I achieve those goals, I feel a certain level of success. In order to get the most shred time out of a single recess, which most people call lunch, I wear my kicking shorts and shirt under my work clothes, and then just shed layers in order to get started. I think an hour-long lunch is better spent shredding, because a 15-minute break is really twice as long as it takes to eat. We've kicked at theme parks like Disney World, we've kicked in parades in Oak Park, we've kicked down at the Daily Center and many venues. We've been kicked out of many places too by the security there. We call it the security test. When the security guards pass us up, if they keep walking and don't say anything, we've passed the test. If not, we have to deal with security and hope we don't get kicked out. This is footage from Lollapalooza in 2009. And Rob McCloskey inspired me back in the day when I lost 50 pounds playing footbag. That was back in about 92. He had said, kick 1,000 kicks a day. And I took that and said, well, how about 1,000 tricks a day? And I carried a counter with me, and I counted off. After I did my trick strings, I would click off the number of tricks that I had done, and then move on. And I wouldn't stop until after I had 1,000 tricks, which usually took about 30-35 minutes or so to complete. Did have a lot of accomplishments in the last 4 years or so, including second in the world with Keaton Halley in doubles team freestyle. And while we were training for that, we went to California and filmed for America's Got Talent, but we didn't get on the air. We launched kickforhealth.org in an effort to give back to the community, which is inspired by my father. My wife Valeria and I developed a youth outreach program called Kick for Health. This footbag is a great way to have fun alone or with your friends and offers the healthy side effects of exercise. By encouraging kids and adults to kick a footbag, we're offering another tool for reducing childhood obesity and adult onset diabetes. Not that footbag is the solution, but with Kick for Health, we are a part of the solution.
They don't do on Broadway. Hey.
Here's some rare footage of me kicking on grass at a concert in a field. And for the first time in 2010, I got to see footage of me kicking at World Footbag Championships and winning the title. Thank you, John Henches, for that footage. During this time, we attended such events as New Year's Jam, Midwest Regional Championships, Windy City Open, several fantastic events, Taste of Chicago, Blues Fest, U.S. Open Tennis Championships, several appearances on WGN TV, WGN Health Fairs, Jockey Underwear Contest, America's Got Talent, Snicker Kicker, Mountain Dew Spec ads, won a camera from a Cheerios contest, and I plan to enter more.
Last thing you'll ever do is double cross Oprah.
It's sometimes hard to get started, always hard to stop.